Welcome and congratulations for showing interest on the Asia Sessions Warriors. That's Asia Session Hunters, the king of Asia Sessions. You're welcome. And so the whole deal is that you're going to be trading in Asia Session. That doesn't mean you are going to stop there, but that's going to be major thing we're going to be doing live session. I want to do this for the next 90 days. Even though by the 90 days, or we're going to do for 60 days because of festive period. So we're going to do the next 60 days. And then if the festive period we now extend, the 90 days will be probably maybe when we resume by February. Okay. So that's how we'll do 90 days. So the first 60 days could be this month of October and the month of October and month of November. So the completion will be the month of February 2026. So now let's go. What are you going to be doing? What are the requirements? First, you're going to need to register on Capital Extend. Good and fine. If you're already with us on Capital Extend, very simple. So there's a link, of course, on the group and on the comment section you are seeing. All you do is to click on this link, right? All you do is to click on this link, and of course, you watch and register. So one of the lovely things that this link have actually provided some kind of things, so you need to get started with, of course. So you can see, if you want to watch some videos, maybe you are new, you don't know how to go about it, you can always watch some videos. If you want to contact me, you can click on the WhatsApp and join the WhatsApp group, of course. And then the WhatsApp group you join is not the Asian session, it's just the general WhatsApp group. So that means you're going to need to register. So all you do is to just to click and create an account. So when you click on create an account, you're going to fill in all your detail and then you register on Capital Extend. I will register on Capital Extend. So there's going to be a need. So you can watch the video. There's going to be a need for you to fund your account with a minimum of $500. All right. You're going to fund your account with a minimum of $500. And then, so follow the procedure in the video to show you how to fund your account, how to transfer. You encounter any challenge, you can always chat up with us, and then we'll put you through and all of that. So then, those of you who are interested in ProFirm account, so if you have funded your account, your Bekenet, not Bekenet, your Capital Extend account, you are funded with minimum of $500. So those of you who are already with me on that, you have your account registered for copy trading, just leave those one, don't touch it, allow it to be. And so why you look for money to do, this one, minimum of $500, but better still can be 1,000, and so that we can maximize all of these things. Then, so those of you who will be interested in PropFirm account, you can register on PropFirm, and the whole essence of PropFirm is to have bigger funds. So let me just click now, for instance. So all you do is to just click on Funded Next and register. Okay. So if you look at Funded Next and show as a minimum you should have is $500. $50,000 funded account. All right. That's challenge account. So let me show you all of those accounts. So you can see, don't pick one step, take two steps. It's better off. One step, of course, you're going to pay more on one step, and I don't want you to spend too much money to do this. So $50,000 account is going to cost you $299. All right, it's going to cost you $299. Why do I say $50,000 account? It's better, and then it's going to be more easier. So when you finish and pass it, you know that you have some bulk money to be trading with eventually. So $299 is what it costs you to buy Funded Next. And these are the conditions. Why do I recommend Funded Next? Because I know that you can trade on MT5, not because of that again, there are conditions. So let me just use condition. So if I say $25,000 account, well, so we can consider that anyway, but let's quickly look at something. Now, if you look at $50,000 account, now you pay $299 and then you get it first. You are going to need to pass stage one, which is 8%. So 8% of 50,000, it's supposed to be 100,000 because I like round figure, but nevertheless, so 8% of $50,000 will be how much? Let's quickly look at it. So 50,000 multiplied by 0.08, that's going to give you 3,000 something. Okay, $4,000. So that $4,000 is 8%. So when you do $4,000, you pass level one, then the next is 5%, which is $2,500. So that means altogether you do 13%. Look at the good thing. Once you are funded with live account, they give you your money you use in buying the account back, number one. Number two, so 13,000, that's 13% of $50,000 is what you have to do. So multiply by 0.13. All right. So that gives you about 6,500. So they pay you 15% of that 6,500. So 15% of it is what they pay you. Okay. So 6,500, they give you 15% of it. So multiply by 0.15. Are you hearing me now? So they give it to you. That's $975. That's what make this. Now, the good side of it is that your daily drawdown is 2,500, and that's 5%. So why do I choose 50,000? Because I want to maintain one standard. Then your overall drawdown is 10%. So quickly, let's go. Now, so of course, when you want to get started, so once you click on the link, you're going to get you to get started on the, okay, as you just click on the link, and then I think there's a place here where it says get started. So just ensure that the link I give to you so that I can see you and verify you. All right. So that's just ensure that that's the link you click so that you can, yeah, get started there. So let's go. So I'm just giving you a summary, okay, of this two steps, 50K. So it shows you which you want to use: Match Trader, C Trader, MT4, MT5. Don't use C Trader, Match Trader. Okay, wow. So even C Trader, these platforms are powerful platforms, but many people do not understand the advantage of, because Match Trader allow you to do any technical analysis you want to do, just like Trade Locker and all of that. Wow. So some add-on, say select add-on, lifetime reward 95% price plus 30%. I wouldn't understand all of this. 150% reward price. So if you want to select all those add-on, I'm not going there for any of those things. Then swap free. Okay, so you pay 10% of that. Just go ahead with the normal thing that is there. So you select, you now click get started. Can you see now? You now click get started. So it pop up and bring you over here for you to put your email. So put your email and then continue doing the necessary thing you're supposed to do. So you put your email. Let's say this is your email. Then you say continue step. Then you create password. Okay. So say login successful. So you can see they have shown that. Then you want to pay. You are paying with crypto. Okay. You are paying with crypto. Okay. So let's click on crypto. Okay. There's they charge some commission. This is 3%. So that's what make it to be 308. Okay. So you put in all your detail, your address, and all of that. Click on pay, and then you get to a point where you put in all of those necessary stuff to be put there. Then you put it there, and then your account is created. Now, once it's successfully created, funded, and all of that, they send you your MT5 login detail into your email that was registered. So that is, this side is taken care of. So if I say 25, this is why I want to show, I want to use 50 so that we can always work together. Now, the style we're going to be using is that if we are going to be using, let's borrow the standard of Bekenet software, for instance, that we are going to be trading. So let's say we are going to be trading, let's say we trade, okay, SNDJPY, right? USDJPY, right? SNDJPY, AUDJPY, and gold, for instance. And we're going to be working on like Bekenet style, okay? So Bekenet style, so SNDJPY, SNDCHF, whatever. So if that's the case, this is the style I put. Say if you are trading and your daily drawdown is $2,500, so we're going to use 5% of it. So you now type $2,500 here, and then 5% of it is what we're going to be exposing per trade. And then what is our stop loss? 80 pips. Then we calculate. So it's going to give you the lot size you should use. So the lot size is asking us to use 0.1244 because our stop loss is big, 0.1244. So that means when you are going to be entering trade, what we're going to be using is 0.1, maybe at least not less than 0.1, but not more than 0.12. Do you get it now? So, but any stop loss that we're going to get, like let's say 50 pips, because I say swing supposed to be like 50 pips depending. So that means we're going to be using 0.19. So let's say it's 30 pips or 40 pips. Let's go for 40 pips. So it's going to be 0.2 or something. Let's go for 40 pips. Okay, 0.2. So let's say on currency, we're going to be using 0.2. Do you understand? We're going to be using 0.2. And so that now minimum risk reward will be 1:2 risk reward. So example of it is this. So imagine, okay, I was telling some people about Bitcoin that the best you can do is to wait for the price to come down, then you'll be buying instead of saying you want to short it. So let's say, imagine Euro USD signal that was given, right? And let's look at what is the stop loss here. The stop loss is just 19, okay? It's just 19. But let's make it 20, right? So in that, this is the dynamics you're going to be learning. So if it's 19 or 20 as the stop loss, okay, that means we're good. So in that case, we're going to now go, because what we are risking is $125 per time, or sometimes we can use $100 per time, okay? So then we now go for 20 pips. 20 pips. That means it's going to be like times 2, 0.4. All right, so 0.45 and all of that. So we can now enter the market like in 2 dimensions, 0.2 in 2 places, and allow the trade to run. Now, what happened? What happened is very simple. At this point, 0.2 is what we have used, right? So when the market is getting close to like 1:2 risk reward already, like this now, so this is 20, so saying 20 pips, then you calculate from where you entered from to this. That's called what they call break even. This is already 20 pips. So at that point, what they call it, partial take profit on one of it, partial take profit on one of it, while the other one continue to run and then hit the take profit and all of that. So these are the things. I think I will show somebody about this gold the other time, and so I think it has rallied. Okay, it's still going up to that point, because I was telling the person that the person have entered the market here, and now it's still continue moving up and all of that. So that's the thing I want us to do, and that's the thing about the Asia session hunting. So you're going to do this. Then the next, of course, is to register on Bekenet software. Well, you understand that Bekenet software, once you register, you're going to download the app. Okay, so this is Bekenet software, for instance. You want to register. Okay, so it's going to ask you to put in your detail, for instance. So this is Bekenet software to register. I think the network is still opening it. So there's a registration portal. When you see register, I think it's mostly mobile. Maybe that's why we're not seeing it. So you click on register on the Bekenet software. So once you register, put in your email, create your password, and then of course there's a video I'm going to send to us. You download your Bekenet software, and then you request for 1 month free trial, because you have this account, right? You have Capital Extend. You request for it, I approve it. Once I approve it and all of that, put through on those downloading and all of that, and then I'm going to be using it. So of course we'll do it together, but at least it's good for you to have it too as much as possible. So we're going to be trading basically, all right, every midnight. That's what it means, from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. So we'll be trading gold, we'll be trading gold, we'll be trading maybe AUDJPY, right? SNDJPY, and all of those things. These are the instruments of that season. Do you understand? And so with that, by the time you're trading, like, so there's a strategy, of course, Asian strategy we're going to be going to be trading together, so that it will ease our operation. Do you understand? And so look at it. So I have a lot of strategy I put together. So let me go to that SND USD, SNDJPY. Okay, I'm sure it's tired now. Can you see? Now, SNDJPY now is tired. Now, if I was here, look at it. At the Asia session, we'll have taken our trade. This is the morning, so 12 a.m. or something, or whatever. Trade up, and then, so of course we check from where it start from, maybe the daily range, and then look at the sessions open, it swept anywhere, we trade, and then look at it has finished the trade. Now it's selling down, for instance. Okay, selling down as it were, and then we're going to take the trade. For instance, if I go here on the trade locker, just to open a platform of trading, so you're going to see something, because I was telling some persons about the look at it. So in fact, that just finished the take profit. Look at it, and then start climbing down. So if I go back to like 15 minutes or 1 hour time frame, let me go to 4 hour time frame, for instance. So I think it's just creating a pullback now. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, good. That's the range we'll be trading. Okay, I've just seen what happened now. So what happened? Look at what happened here. So what I did was I come into, so this is 4 hours. I come in, you see this line I drew here? So this is what we call draw of liquidity. This is what we call draw of liquidity. Draw of liquidity, what happened? I've checked here, although this is 4 hours. So this place I marked was the previous day high and low and previous day high. So market came, swept the low. Then I expect that the market is going to go to sweep the high. But that's not a exact factor, but there are other things. Now, if you check it here now, if I put this point here and I look at this, there's something here called fair value gap that was not properly mitigated. Okay. And this up here, this candle you are seeing here, up here, this candle here is called order block. Oh, sorry. This is a demand or supply zone. Just call it supply zone. All right. So now this market should just be like a kind of, it's a downtrend. Can you see now? This is a total and proper downtrend. It's a full downtrend. Okay. So this is a full downtrend. At least apart from using the structure, you see that it's below your 50 moving average. So now, if we go back here, what can we see? But ordinarily, what we'll be doing is to still teach you more detailed thing about not too technical, but very basic that we should be looking at in the market. And so that when market get to our respected point, we can do what we're supposed to do. Do you understand? So if you look at this market, right, on weekly time frame, so this market is actually had created a lot of things. So now what I do here, just watch. So this is just to make you understand. Okay, I think this is getting too long. So that is just the basics. So congratulations. So that's what you're going to be doing. And then I just want to give you a feeler because I don't want it to be too over technical or too difficult for us to achieve, trading and making profit. But just to show you how you are going to be trading very simple. Your trading is going to be very simple, even though you are going to be following the instruction. Then over time, I want a situation where once anyone have followed this trend, right? After that trend you have followed, you should have some level of confidence to approach the market more than before. Okay. So if I check now, look at this basic thing I'll just do. So this is where I always tell us that marking of key level is very, very important. That is okay. So I just want to change this color to black so that I know that this is weekly. So I always do that so that I know which one is weekly, which one is daily. Okay. Another key important zone here. So I take another clone. Then let's check another key important zone here. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it should. Then I take another one. I hope I've not jumped out of this good. So let's look at this. I think this place now is another key important place, but we need to see how many touch points do we have that are significant touch point are the important thing you want to look at. Okay, so let's look at this again. So let's look at, I think this place too is important. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Now, what this thing does for us is simplify your trading. You will not do like others the way they, give themselves unnecessary stress while trading. Okay, so I can just do the last one, and here I go. Do the last one here, probably here. So of course the floor need to be indicated too, because if it's the instrument that you probably will be trading on a very regular basis, so there will be a need. So I go to a daily time frame and probably still get some other areas that if they were not covered, but if everything were properly covered, I don't need to overstress myself. Do you understand? But I think I could just find one small midpoint here. So I could clone this one or just take another kind of line. So that means I'm going to take from here. So let me look at it here. So I change the color to something like this that's going to be different. Okay. So never bother. So this is done. You get it now? So I'm going to return it back to the candlestick. So I'll return it back to candlestick. Okay, so you can see we just find a key level and all of that. So what happened is this: when you are looking at the market in a larger perspective. So when Bekenet software actually gave this signal, it was Bekenet software that gave this signal. So what Bekenet software did was that now, so this is a key level, even though so this is a key level, or you call it a liquidity zone. So if I take this point here and move it from here, so ordinarily I will mark it, right? Awaiting, anything can come there, right? To say, okay, if this market comes, it can return from here, or it should come back to this key level properly. Now, so when Bekenet software gave the signal, so Bekenet software gave the signal for people to buy. Very simple. So other thing I need to check is the the high and the low of the previous day, and then wait for any of the side to be swept. And the market now swept the low, so that means I should be buying. But of course, there are other things we refine for us to buy. Then when I return back to 4 hours to actually see more substructure of this market, what happened was very simple. Now coming down to 4 hours, you can now find, let's take it this way. Can you see now? We can now find a fair value gap there that was partially mitigated. Okay, it was partially mitigated. Now, so the market could get there and return back. And exactly what it did. After the profit had been taken, it got there and it's returning back. So now, if that is the case, let's go to 1 hour. All right, in going to 1 hour, see what now happened. The market has actually gotten to that point, but it now have another major kind of support, which was the previous, the day of this thing. Now, so what's going to happen? I'm going to forcefully break this point. It got there. You can see just bounce on top of it. This is another kind of confluence and all of that. So, but the most important thing that you have taken your profit and probably still believing that the market will continue to sell. Now, if I go to now to 30 minutes, it's going to be similar anyway. So you can see. So that means ordinarily when the market jump out of this point, if I've gone to 15 minutes or 5 minutes, I will have seen maybe to short or to wait for something, and then get into the market perhaps and all of that. So this is 15 minutes because I actually got into this market again to get appropriate entry was here. So if that's the case, getting to this point, so if I use the Fibonacci retracement to take entry to here, so this is at 60. If it's going to bounce from here, that means we're going to find a buy. But if it's not going to be bounced from there, we will not find a buy. So let's locate to 5 minutes. So it's on top of a very important area. So imagine you didn't mark out of this point. You wouldn't know reason why the market was doing what it was doing. So as at the time you come in, your 50 moving average, market was above it. But look at what happened here. The market got here. This is a low, right? This is a high, and another low. This is a high. Now the market broke, then return, and already taking this low again. So you expect the market to pull back, get rejected here, and then for us to sell. But that's not the issue. I'm just showing you, some of those dimensions at which you actually look at markets and figure it out what to do per time. And so now, that said, ordinarily, I should have been looking at this point as this is a low and then travel to this high, right? So I haven't done that. So what am I doing? So I'm actually marking this point from this 38 to 61, okay? So I think this will be 61. So it has actually crossed below 61. So because here will have been my target point. But there's something you need to now understand. So if I take this one off, see what happened. The market, if it were 1 hour, so the market actually fill up what has not properly filled up. Okay, I think this was filled up already and all of that. So that means invariably, this market want to continue driving down. And so how do I arrive at that? So I go to 4-hour time frame. I'm going to see something that probably you may not look at properly. Look at it. So this broke this. So you probably want to be looking at where is the high. So from here to this high, that means this market is supposed to see traveled and come to reject here. So that means it's still going to be buy. So you are welcome to Asia session hunting. Look at this one. Wow. So gold finally broke out and then it's joining up, but you need to now retest this point. So this is what I was showing to some persons on this scanner. So this scanner had actually proved itself massively. And this is the thing and dimension of opportunity that you're going to be maximizing when you trade with us. So welcome to Asian Session Hunting, and then it's going to be a lovely experience for you if you can settle down, follow simple instruction so that we can ride the market together with ease and with less stress, not really complicating timing for yourself. Okay, I know you're working, and so if you can use your night hour to do something productive, even the daytime you can be resting. So less noise, make more money, and more rest. That would be a lot and maximizing opportunity. So thank you very much. Get started right now and let's move on and ask any question you want to ask if you're not clarified. Do have a nice time. Bye-bye.